Hey YouTubers, you probably wouldn't know me today because I'm no means any famous YouTuber or influencer whatsoever. I've been wanting to come up with my YouTube channel for years, and when we all were put into lockdown due to COVID, the whole idea then came up again because I have a lot of time. I'm not traveling a lot for work anymore. I'm confined in my apartment, and I thought to myself, this is the time I'm going to use to really think about my YouTube channel that I've always wanted to set up and get the courage to think about the concept, what I want to record, and also what do I want to share with the world out there. It can be daunting, I think, as most people, you know, and when you put yourself out there in such a big platform such as YouTube, you will get all sorts of people who will try to bring you down, and you know the trolls and everything, but all those fear in me kind of stopped me and prevented me to even start recording this. But this is it, this is my pilot episode, and it's been a long time coming, as I mentioned, and it is scary, and after years and years of being inspired, and yeah, so I'm gonna give it a go. So I think the first question when I tell people that I'm planning to do my YouTube channel, or rather to establish my own YouTube channel, is what is your channel going to be about? What are you going to talk about? What's your focus? I mean, there's a lot of things that I love. I have a lot of interests. I have a lot of opinion on a lot of different things. So this is probably the toughest question I had, was what am I going to do about this channel? What is going to be the focus of my content? So there are four things that I narrowed it down to. So the first one is tech. Like, I love tech. If you know me as a person, and if you've been to my apartment, I have a lot of, I love crazy tech, right? I invest a lot in my tech. I appreciate tech. I work for a tech company myself, so that's to how much I love tech. And I spent 90% of my time on YouTube watching tech channels, watching people unboxing different gadgets, watching them reviewing different items that I might be interested in buying. So 90% of my time on YouTube is on tech channels. So to name a few inspiration of mine and the typical channels that I watch is I love the Tech Chap. I find Tech Chap is always amazing. He's so eloquent. And of course, you can't talk about tech channel without talking about MBKHD. And I love Marcus. Marcus is, again, an inspiration to me when it comes to see how he has progressed from his early days in YouTube to where he is today, such a successful YouTuber. And of course, my all-time favorite, Unboxing Therapy, is hilarious, and the whole persona and the attitude and the whole vibe is just so nice to watch. So these are the few of my inspirations, and yeah, I could set up a tech channel, I thought, but what's the problem with it? Like, look, the reality is I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I have a job. This is really a side project, and therefore I probably couldn't invest all my funds, even though I have the money, but I can't justify keep buying new tech just to do a review unless I really want that tech. So I probably wouldn't have a lot of content for my channel if I would just focus 100% on tech. At least not yet. One day, maybe if I become a famous YouTuber, I can finally afford to buy tech and review every new tech, then maybe I'll get to there. But for now, I felt like I just can't just be a tech reviewer. So I narrowed it down to the second thing, which is books. I love reading. Well, at least now. I'm not in any means a reader. I could barely finish a book in like 6 months, that was how bad I was. Also because I was like I said, I was traveling a lot, and I focused on a lot of different things, but reading wasn't a thing for me. So what got me into reading is because of COVID and the lockdowns really challenged me to rethink of what my hobbies are, and to start developing myself for self-development and growth. And I dig into my little old cabinet and found my old Kindle, It was a Kindle Paperwhite from 3 years ago that I bought, and I finally started reading again. And it got me, and I'm hooked. I'm so hooked to reading. I find like it really calms me down, and at the same time, I'm learning so much. So it was something that I got into during COVID, and I have finished almost 18 books in 9 weeks. That's how much I've been reading. So at least one book a week, or sometimes 2 books a week. So this could be another thing I could talk about, to share with the audience what books I've been reading, and what I've been learning from those books, and also to tell you why you should be reading those books, right? As a recommendation. So books could be another option. And the third category is entertainment, music, TV shows, and movies. So I am not like a big movie buff, so I don't go to the cinema and watch every latest movie in the cinema. I'm also not a person who watch TV every day. I watch TV probably like once in 3 weeks. I cancelled my Netflix subscription during COVID because I feel like I don't even spend any time watching Netflix. So I in no means have a lot of content for TV shows or movies itself. So therefore I combine all of them into one under entertainment. Because I love music. Music is something that I listen to every day without fail. But TV shows and movies are probably an occasional thing that I watch that I could share and I could recommend. So this is the third category. And the final category that I thought that I could share are life lessons. I think we've learned so much as human beings. We go through life. We learn a lot. We learn things as we go, and especially during this time in lockdown, I felt like personally I've learned so much reading, and also learned so much about myself that made me a different person from 4 months ago, I think. And also it helped me to get the courage to be recording this video for you in the first place. So I feel like life lessons is something that that's good to share, and I'm a big advocate for personal growth. And and I feel that I've gained so much in my life lessons through work, personal growth, and relationships with people, and even topics about like racism and homophobia. All these things are life lessons that I've learned, and I'm still learning. And I'm still learning how to make a great YouTube content, for example. And so I feel like this journey of starting my YouTube channel will then teach me a lot in becoming better and better and better in creating more relevant content for the viewers out there, as I can share with the world all the amazing things that I'm experiencing, and kind of like, passing the baton, or like, paving the way for other people to experience what I'm experiencing. So with the 4 categories of tech, books, entertainment, and life lessons, what should I be doing? Which one I should be focusing on? And I sort of like have thought about it, and I said to myself, why limit myself? Why limit myself to categories of like 1 or 2? Why don't focus on all 4 of them in your channel? So there you go. That's my decision. I'm going to talk about anything from tech to books to life lessons to even to anything about entertainment. So in fact, today's episode, after my introductory video, is going to be about music. So there we go. And I think this inspiration of not limiting myself came from another YouTube channel, Ali. Ali is one of my favorite YouTubers out there as well. His channel really influenced me in a whole lot of different ways. Actually, he was the one that really kickstarted my whole idea of doing it during COVID, when he was talking about this book called Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. And after reading that book myself, I was like, I should do it. I should kickstart and try to do this. So there you go. You are always inspired by different people, and I hope one day I can be that, and I can inspire other people to come up with their own content and their own channel, and to also share my learnings and the development and all the things I'm going to learn as I go through this journey of YouTubing and creating content for my own channel. So in case you're wondering as well, I am shooting from a Sony ZV-1. I invested in this camera just for my YouTube channel, and also as a form of my podcast and video podcast recording at work that I'm doing. And I couldn't be more happy about this camera. And I'm also hooking up this camera with the Rode VideoMic NTG that I again invested. So it was all in about £1,000. With the camera, the mic, and even this camera stand that I have. They're all about, you know, 1,000-ish to kickstart my YouTube channel. So if you want me to review any of these items, just let me know in your comments below, and I will find a time to find a way to share with you about my experience with the Rode VideoMic NTG or even the Sony ZV-1. But as you can tell, there's tons and tons of reviews out there on the Sony ZV-1 and how amazing it is, and as you can testify with the video quality. But yeah, just in case you're wondering what I'm recording with, that's the gadgets that I'm using. So that's my introductory video. I hope, you know, it gives you some idea of what this channel is going to be, and thank you so much for watching and your support. And moving on to our first episode, and let's talk about a surprise album by one of the biggest pop stars in the world.